Hi, this is Hugo Venegas, and we are doing our Hope and Coffee Bible study, how to experience blessings in times of difficulties and times of suffering. We were looking at verse 10 yesterday, and we were answering the question in 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 10, how do we experience good days and blessings in times of pandemic? And we saw that Peter tells us that we are to choose to love life, and we have to love God, love ourselves, love others, love nature, love what we do. And when we put a lot of love into our lives, then good days will come. Today I want us to look at the second part of that verse, and let me read it again. For whoever would love life and see good days must keep his tongue from evil and his lips from deceitful speech. So we're encouraged to choose love, but we are encouraged to a prohibition. And the prohibition is to refrain our lips from speaking evil and lies and deceits. So whenever we react with negative comments and negative words and negative media out of our mouths about other people, we can't have good days. We can't have good life. We can't have blessing. And remember that Peter had said in verse 9, do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult, but with blessing, because to this you were called, that you may inherit life. So he's basically telling us that we should not react when provoked by evil, when provoked by insults, by speaking negatively. He's basically telling us that the tongue has the capacity to destroy life instead of bring life. And we know that when we speak love, we know that when we speak words of affirmation, when we speak words of encouragement, we build people up. But when we speak negativity, we tear people down. And it's not only the tearing down of others, but we tear ourselves down. So what Peter is saying is that we have to learn to quarantine the tongue, because the tongue, when provoked, can cause a disaster. And we live in a climate today, and I don't know if you have seen it, in the last 6 years, we live in a climate that is of social media, when there is a lot of negativity. There is a lot of tearing people down. We use social media as a way to vent, as a way to destroy, as a way to provoke each other. And politicians are good at this. They're constantly tearing each other down. We not only politicians, artists do it. I have also seen wars between Christian leaders who are fighting with each other, debating with each other, putting each other down. And Peter is saying, do not allow your tongue to be provoked by evil and by insults. Bless instead. So I think if we want to have good days in our current culture, in our current pandemic, we have to be able to put restraints on the tongue. I heard this morning that in Wuhan, they have gone back, that's where the virus started, in Wuhan, China, and the city of 11 million people, they were on lockdown for over 2 months. And now they're just telling people you can go about your business. And a lot of the people who are trapped in the city are taking buses and trains, and they're moving all over the other provinces in China. But one of the things that they're doing is that they're taking temperature, they're checking people's temperature to make sure that they're not sending the virus back into the general community. And what Peter is saying is, check the temperature of your tongue. Whenever you're provoked by someone being nasty, do not give poison with poison. Bless instead. And we have to be able to, sometimes we have to be able to quarantine ourselves from social media, but we also have to quarantine our egos. Because when we speak evil of someone, when we spread lies about someone else, it's because our egos are hurt. And remember that the ego, ego, is, someone has said that it's anything that edges God out. The ego edges God out. And when our egos and our self-importance, and we're arrogant about what we think, what we believe, what we produce, and when someone attacks that, our ego will attack again. And if we speak evil, and if we're spreading lies, we cannot have blessing, we cannot have good days. So if you need to quarantine your tongue, please do that, because then you will experience blessing and you will experience life. This is Hugo Venegas from the United Methodist Church in Pueblo, Colorado. God bless you and have an amazing weekend.